June 1956 is about to see one of the most catastrophic encirclements that the Allies have suffered in this war. And they have brought all their air force to bear that they possibly could. So I am actually going to keep my own air force grounded because the losses are going to get too high. Instead, we're going to rely on the ground forces to make things happen. So it's a good moment to take a look at the terrain, because I think it's just the it's just the plains up to Trento. From there on out, it's all mountainous area. So this is going to be a hard fight, and a lot of it is going to be down to the mountain divisions that we're having. And in a lot of areas, we're not really going to be able to use our tanks overly effectively, simply due to the fact that, well, it's mountains all around. So we will be using the mountain special forces primarily to try and push these divisions closer and closer to extinction. We'll probably attempt like an early encirclement here to make that happen. And we've got more tanks coming in, but again, once we've taken Padova, then nothing much more is going to go down. In terms of supply, that is a supply hub, but I think other than that, they don't have an awful lot of supply hubs left here in the area. So hopefully once, I think Bolzano is not, so once we've taken out Padova, and we are even struggling to get through here. How many divisions do they have here? Okay, they've got 21 divisions stationed here. Okay, we'll abort that first, and I will have to concentrate my tank forces here, actually. We have taken the first group, and I think this is 19 divisions and another 17 divisions that have been caught here. So together with some German forces, we're going to be wiping these out. And that should be a good start if we can actually break these. The Germans have brought in some mountain specialists as well, but that is a lot of resistance. And in fact, I think I'm gonna let my mountain troops sit here first and just assign them to this front line. I'll shorten that a little. Actually, that's a good length. So we'll get them to spread out a little bit, and let the Germans hammer that for a while, just to weaken these positions before we get in with the rest of them. Meanwhile, I think Padova is going to be the first target. I don't know how many divisions are going to be there, but we will launch an assault with the full tank force of the First Army, except for the newly provisioned tank divisions, which we actually still have in the north. We are going to launch an assault here in a minute once the counterattack is completed, and then I have no idea. Yeah, there's a lot of Allied divisions here that are trying to push back out into Venice. But once we take the supply hub, I think we are going to be in a good position. So let's make that happen. And we are facing 15 divisions here. But these are pure infantry divisions, and nothing here should be able to stand in front of us, as is true. So now the rest of them should be, theoretically, completely out of supply, now that we have taken... No, Verona still actually has supply. So let's keep the momentum going and push towards Verona. And take the supply hub there. And that should now remove supply from most of the enemy divisions here. Now we do have a couple more planes that we can use the tanks to push through to. So we can use these 4 tank divisions just to clear up the northern bank of the river. And then after we've let these stew here for a while, once the Allied counterattack out of Trieste has faded, there we go. Then we will then we will relaunch the assault with the mountain divisions here, and we'll see if we can make a dent into these troops here. They should be out of supply by all means and purposes. I think the Germans are. Oh, the Germans have abandoned the positions in the north. That is a shame and a half, because that means we need to reconquer all that territory. But all right then. Let's see if we can push across the river here. How many divisions are there? 4 divisions digging in. So since we're already moving in, let's see if we can push across. Apologies, I think somebody is mowing the lawn outside. I'm not sure how much the microphone's going to be picking up from that, but such is life. Okay, I think we can break these exhausted divisions here, retake the territory, and then complete the encirclement and wipe out the troops here. The rest here is all mountains, so I think I can start moving the armor off, and we've almost got it. Yeah, the Germans are launching some unsuccessful attempts here, but let us from all directions join this assault. That should give us a bit more combat width. Yep, and our special troops are involved. I'm gonna have to let them rest after they're done. But I think from here on out, I don't really need the first here anymore. I'll just leave them as there's still marshland of some sorts. So maybe we can get a couple of tanks to move here and then there. Marshes are not good for tank assaults either, but all the rest is clearly just mountains. So we're still waiting for these divisions here. They will potentially be overrun if we manage to take this position before they can get in. Nope, they have managed to get in, but it's not going to do them any good. That said, still our mountain divisions are going to need a little bit of rest after they're done here, and then we'll move on. We'll move on towards the rest of the enemy positions that should mostly be completely out of supply in this area. But let's finish this one up, and then we will check the. We'll get a new front line and start rolling them up through Bolzano. All right, that's 256,000 casualties for the Allies, and we're on the march again, breaking through some exhausted and out of supply Allied divisions here, and we'll see if we can get the first sort of encirclement due to the impassable nature of the Alps. We've got some tank divisions in the south that can support that, and we'll see if we can get the divisions around Bolzano encircled and make an end to those. The mountaineers should also be faster to actually move through the mountains, and it's summer. Okay, there's the first encirclement. So the Germans have been helping out, in which case I guess I can help out with the first. That's fine. I'll let the Germans do it for now. We'll try to make our own encirclement here, and I'll leave it for the German troops to actually deal with that, and just focus on pushing the mountaineers forward. The French have been invaded again, and Nice has been cut off. But I have sent divisions south, so we should be able to just push them back. I think Germany actually can do it themselves at this point, but I'll just leave those divisions there. Okay, that's another encirclement. So again, I'll leave the actual cleanup operation to Germany, but we are at the Swiss borders, so Germany can tidy this up. They can take the losses for that. We can push further. Is there anywhere? Do they still have supply anywhere? I'm not sure, but let's keep going. I'll re-establish the front lines. Actually, we can plan the push towards Graz again, and I'll just use the mountain specialists for regular operations and delete those front lines here. and then Germany can cause the casualties here if they want to. It's, yeah, they're encircling. How many do they have here? 30. Yeah, 30 divisions. So that's more than a field army. And here it's another 12 divisions. So Germany can do that. We will continue the push just with the special forces along the lines here into Switzerland. And I think at this point we'll just be moving through. There we go. And the assault is cutting through Switzerland at this point, despite the fact that they have fortifications here, but they are getting readily exhausted. Which means I think Switzerland is going to capitulate sooner or later. And we'll push them against the French border. And then take care of that. Now, Italy is getting naval invaded to nobody's great surprise. And again, this is something I'm gonna let Germany potentially handle. So I'll get back to that if I have to. Germany, are you capable of clearing this up? Potentially. So here it's just a matter of going through the southern Alps, liberating the Italian territories, and then we'll capitulate the rest of Switzerland up in the north. They have invaded Rome. The Canadians, that would be. Is Italy not in the Axis? Yes, they are in the Axis. Why is Germany not sending defenders? Okay, it appears that I might have to take care of that myself, because I don't think Italy has the troops just yet. So given that they have just lost Rome, I will send some divisions, and we'll take care of that, no problem. Meanwhile, the mountaineers are just slicing through Switzerland without much of a concern here. And then we will head north. This is level 4 fortifications. Nothing we need to be too concerned about, because we do have the siege artillery in place, and that'll also deprive them of yet another opportunity to. Okay, let's finish up the assault here. That'll deprive them of yet another opportunity to launch aircraft as well. So, all in all, northern Italy cleanup is coming along. Germany is almost done tidying up around Bolzano, and we have. I think caught the last remaining defenders south of the impassable high Alps here, which means now we just need to wipe that out. That is 6 divisions, so we'll take it on from there and then get everybody ready for the invasion of the rest of Switzerland. And we'll see from which direction. We can probably just cut across the Alps, given that we've got the Alpine troops here. And we should have siege artillery in place to deal with any kind of eventual fortifications. Plus, actually, we can. This is actually a forest territory, so we can probably take that on with tanks if need be. So right now, I've got the tanks here to retake Rome. We'll make that happen, and I think Germany is finally arriving in place. Okay, Rome has been liberated again. So let's get these mobile divisions positioned around here. And we will give them the order just to take that. Meanwhile, the mountain troops have... Where have my mountain troops gone? There they are. I want them over here, please. So let them rest up, and then we'll take the Gotthard Pass and cut through the north of Switzerland and wrap that up as well. And with the airports taken, the Allies are no longer able to mount an effective air campaign, which means we are in complete control of the skies. The siege artillery is in position. Let's start taking on the defenders in the mountains here. And obviously, despite them being in the mountains, the mountain specialists together with the Air Force are going to be able to just wipe this out here. I've got armor in place. Let's launch the attack. If we can. I think they're trying to break out at this point. Not gonna help you. There we go. British defenders here gonna get pushed back. In fact, they appear to be even encircled if they can't be going anywhere. It's just 9 divisions, so under American command, interestingly enough. So while we are cutting through the north here, it looks like this is going to be the end of the remaining troops in... Yeah, they're cut off here. They can't even retreat. So I didn't understand that they were completely encircled, but that's fine. We'll just clean that up. And then I might have to head back into Italy if there's yet another naval invasion that I need to deal with. But the Mountaineers are about to be done here. There's still some resistance, some Swiss resistance in the high Alps, and we'll send the special forces through as soon as necessary. But that task is done, which means that my units here can... Okay, I'll let the Germans deal with the naval invasions at this point. I'll just position them around southern France, because that tends to be where the Allies are invading from North Africa. So we can then move. Once we've liberated these areas, we can then move east and deal with the rest of the Swiss. But I think it's not going to be an awful lot longer anymore. And yeah, the air campaign has mostly ground down. There are about 400 Swiss fighters, a couple of Australian and American fighters, but not many in the air, and we're just wiping them clear of the sky. And with complete control over the skies, these are going to be the last stand of the Japanese defenders in the western Swiss Alps. They have some fortifications up, but none of that is going to matter. We have heavy siege artillery in place to grind them into dust, and we've got complete control over the air. So once we have destroyed these last remaining divisions here, and I think that was it. That was another 150,000 plus the losses the Allies have already taken. Germany is actually making progress here, and I will get the mountain divisions. I will get the mountain divisions to assist with the assault. With the assault on the last remaining positions near the Swiss capital in exile, but that's going to be the end of them. I think actually by the time we're going to get there, Germany is probably going to be finished, because it looks like they're already working on the encirclement. So let's actually just move our troops in and help out with the remainder here. I think we've got some troops here that we can actually help with as well. We've still got the mounted specialists. We'll see if the mounted specialists make it there in time, or if we are literally just going to encircle. And that is a lot of divisions. So Germany with a full-on infantry assault, given our air power in the region, may even be able to do it themselves. We'll see if our mountaineers or our regular infantry still makes it there in time. But that is a field army and a half, and that should be the last Allied resistance in the Alps, and then that mountainous region should be completely under our control, and we can shift our focus towards, well, potentially Yugoslavia, or we will continue the operation in Hungary towards Romania. We'll see what the best course of action there is. But yeah, let's finish this one up. It's 2 or 3 more divisions that need to go down, but with our own divisions coming in, they can't even pierce the half trucks of the mechanized divisions. One final tank division standing. That was it, and that's another 260,000 catastrophic losses. And with that, northern Italy and the Alps have been liberated. And I think it's time to expand the German Empire a little bit more, I guess. Everything else, however, looks relatively good. So I think the next assault is going to happen into Yugoslavia. Once we breach, destroy Allied lines there, then taking down Yugoslavia should not be a big problem. And that gives us a good southern approach into Romania to take that out as well. And then it's just a matter of clearing up Poland and the Polish Republic and the Russian states all the way up to Moscow, so such that we can start the southern assault into the territories in the north here. Meanwhile, there are still a couple of ships operating in the Baltics, so we have a bunch of submarines and our singular destroyer, which is currently repairing. So I think we're still a little bit off from the point in time when we can actually attempt a naval invasion in the Upper Baltic. I don't want to lose our ships for that. So meanwhile, as is customary, a quick look around to see what our navy has been up to. I think these American ships are probably troop transports, or were troop transports. So that is, yeah, that is not going to be... Oh, what have we sunk here? USS Colorado has been caught trying to escort some convoys, has been caught and sunk by our submarines. So all in all, a great success and yet another catastrophic loss for the Americans. Is this the one? Is this the same? There's several, that's why. Okay. A couple more here. Another American convoy and another American convoy. Alright, so next strategic objective is going to be taking down Yugoslavia. Italy, or the Socialist Republic of Italy under Mussolini, is slowly starting to build up their own military. And I think Vichy is actually very low on manpower. Yeah, they're relatively low on manpower. That's because they are on limited conscription, but it'll come up. The other thing, actually, that I forgot to mention, I have changed my doctrine into the mobile warfare doctrine. So once I have enough army XP, we'll go down the rest of the doctrine, and I have used the maneuver warfare spirit to give us additional speed, coordination, and everything here. Last thing we need to check our trade. We need a bit more aluminium, but yeah, I'll prepare the assault inside Yugoslavia. We can use the mountain divisions. There's some hills here where they have advantages and some positions there, but no rush. We will capitalize, and I'll probably start the push out of Germany. How well defended are these? It's not that great. Yeah, we can cut through here relatively easily. Just because I would like Germany to extend into Yugoslavia rather than the Italians or the Vichy or even Hungary, because even Hungary does not have an awful lot of divisions at this point. Germany has all the materials, so I would like them to start taking over more territory in the east, and potentially also Romania, because there is some oil there which Germany can use.